I'm Merrick D'Amato.
And I'm a gonk droid. Gonk, gonk, gonk.
And welcome to a new episode of Mindbreakers.
Yes. The show that puts movies in your hand and tells you, hey, watch this. Sometimes.
Last time we managed to finally get America 3000 done.
Yeah, that was an ordeal that has finally been put to bed. May it sleep tightly.
And this time we're going to be doing it's another sequel,
okay,
but it's not a numbered sequel.
Mm.
Today we're going to be doing Dragonheart: A New Beginning.
Oh, really?
Remember how in the first Dragonheart the big thing is that Sean Connery was the last dragon?
Yeah.
Nope!
And that the animation was just weird.
In Dragonheart 1?
Yeah.
It really worked.
It was... Oh, God. Do you remember some of the glitches that we found?
In Dragonheart 1? Yeah, actually.
My God. The fucking 3 legs? The 3-legged man?
It's Dragon... No, that's Dragon Lance.
Oh, that was Dragon Lance.
That had no Sean Connery dragon.
Yeah. Wait, did I even watch Dragonheart?
No. Well, probably. Have you?
I don't think I did.
Huh. Well, Dragonheart: A New Beginning, direct-to-video from the year 2000.
Okay.
An orphan stable boy befriends a young dragon named Drake.
Oh.
Not really a dragon, but...
Oh my God.
And with the help of others, help him learn how to fly and fight and protect himself from a ruthless knight.
So what's the point of the dragon if he's going to learn how to fly?
I know it's supposed like they trained the dragon. And by the way,
they're training this child how to fly and fight and breathe fire.
In this movie,
So what the fuck is the point of dragons?
How to train your dragon.
Oh wow!
Oh, by the way,
who plays the dragon in this? Who plays
Robbie Benson.
Robbie Benson. What's he been in?
I don't know. But by the way, the main character of this, the main knight, sort of knight, is played by Christopher Masterson.
Okay.
Who you may know as the eldest brother from Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh God, him?
Yes!
Oh wow, I haven't seen him in fucking decades, man.
Robbie Benson, he was in Disney's Beauty... Oh, he played Beast in Disney's Beauty and the Beast.
Oh.
The good one, not the recent one.
Oh, okay, cool.
He was the director on Friends for 2 years.
Yeah.
He was on the Ed Sullivan Show.
Wow, this guy's done some stuff that I did not recognize him for.
Yeah, he's the Beast.
Yeah, wow. And he looks a lot different from when he was younger. Like, I'm looking at a picture of him older, guys, and like, yeah, he filled out. He grew up. He's a big boy now. He's a man. Oh,
and just so you know, after this Dragonheart, there's 2 more. 2 out of 4, and there's 2 more. Let's watch this one.
Okay.
I don't want to.
Hopefully I don't start breathing.
I hate this movie.
God.
I'll tell you a secret about that dungeon. There's nothing down there that can transform you into a knight.
When it came to becoming a knight, Joff didn't have a chance. Until he found the answer was right in front of his eyes.
How long have you been down here?
I've always been here.
Give me the king's fastest horses.
Look at that, a dragon. You have no idea what you've done.
Of course I do. I taught him to fly.
Lean right, lean right. Come on, look out!
You are a natural. How does he breathe fire?
Concentrate on passing the air deep in your throat.
Whoa.
A prophecy that says an ancient evil will take hold of this land using a dragon's heart.
You got the wrong dragon.
He doesn't have to be evil for evil to use him.
Drake is the last of his kind. He is more alone than you could possibly imagine.
See those mountains? Beyond those are other kinds of people and adventure and glory.
I'm staying right here. I like it here.
Sometimes it takes a special friend.
Don't worry, I'll protect him.
Who's going to protect you?
to help us discover who we are.
What do you think it would take for a stable boy to become a knight?
And take us on a greater adventure than humanly possible.
By all the stars in heaven, I will have that heart tonight!
Dragonheart, a new beginning.
This was a slog.
Honestly, this was not what I was expecting at all.
What were you expecting?
I was expecting, sword and like proper, mature sword and sorcery.
Well, then you're.
But we just got fart jokes and fucking
spit jokes,
like cow pies.
Yeah.
Like it's nonsense. This was complete fucking. This was batshit. This was off the fucking wall.
This movie shit all over a bat.
Plot exposition just dumped on our fucking heads out the gate.
Right, immediately.
3 just giant actually I'd say 4. Just when this old Asian man was 16 years old, he joined the monastery.
Him. No, the monk.
Monk guy?
Yeah, monk guy. Not Asian guy.
Oh, okay, monk guy was 16 then.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a lot less. A lot less time has passed than I thought it then.
And then we get.
But we get Two-Tailed Comet.
Yep.
Right out the bat.
Bowen from the first movie found a dragon egg in Sean Connery's lair.
And all other dragons are dead.
Yeah, all of them, thanks to Bowen.
I haven't seen the first one, but was it okay? Watching the first one, I'm pretty sure was a good ground.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
It was a ground level.
Yeah,
a good, solid structure.
Solid movie.
Okay. This one, it's got just literally all 3 of those things, just bam, that's on your lap now. Have fun reading these lore books. It's it opens up on Reese
from Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, he's training with a fucking practice dummy.
A surprisingly well-made practice dummy that can trip him.
Mm-hmm. This thing looks like Bruce Lee rigged it up and is like, oh, here, practice, Reese, son.
And then, funny you mentioned Bruce Lee. Knights show up, and they're dicks.
One of them is Draco Malfoy on a
Proto
horse.
Malfoy.
Proto Malfoy, age 20, on a horse.
He has a friend, well, not so much a friend, someone he harasses into doing his work for him by tricking him into thinking that by not doing his work, he's sinning. Not really harassment, he's kind of charming him to oh, hey, he's bending his it seems unhealthy
beliefs. He's bending his beliefs to make him do his own.
It's like a Tom Sawyer kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or what reminded me of was Ferris Bueller treats Cameron. Yeah, kind of kind of evil. Well, he's not making him do something he wouldn't otherwise do anyway. It's he's stretching his creed to the point where it's oh, hey, you're supposed to help people regardless of how how low on the scale of they're supposed to be. Help me sweep up these. Well, it's not so much help me sweep up as do my job. Help me by sweeping up for me. It's do my job for me while I go fuck with your job. Yeah. By sneaking into the basement, finding a broken sword, and then meeting a dragon. Yep. But he does it with finesse. Yeah. The way Reese can. And my reasoning for him being so good with a sword is because he went to military school. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. So we see Osric, who's an evil man in evil clothes. He's the royal advisor, so he's obviously evil. Mm-hmm. He's the hand of the king. Get him. That's why they hung Ned Stark. I thought they beheaded Ned Stark. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I'm getting my executions. I mean, technically, Eddard Stark died of being played by Sean Bean. Yeah. If you want to be pedantic about it. Death sentence. Be cast in with Sean. So, you're 2 days from retirement, fresh out of the academy. And you said your name is Sean? You're a stormtrooper wearing a red shirt and you're played by Sean Bean.
You're somehow also a black guy.
Mm.
You're not making it through the movie.
Also, you have the mark of the sacrifice on your neck.
The mark of Cain.
That's not what I'm referencing at all.
I don't care.
But yeah.
You're a bailiff.
Yeah, there you go.
This movie could be a bit more like Berserk.
Oh, this could benefit from Push Wheel.
Yep.
Just Conan guy meets and a much better CGI budget.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking lord.
Yeah, Drake looks bad, as you probably saw by the trailer. Drake looks pretty fucking terrible.
This is not Western Road slow. This is awful, man. Like the voice is fine. Like the voice coming out of any other dragon would have been great.
Well, it's the voice of Beast from Beauty and the Beast. It's pretty badass.
Cool.
But this dragon looks fucking terrible.
This is Aubrey Drake Graham levels of horrible CGI. Whoever CGI'd this dragon together is the Drake of rap.
How can we say this?
No, is the Drake of CGI.
How can we say this? The Scorpion King in The Mummy Returns looks better.
The sand face going down the sand mouth.
The sand face looked pretty good.
The sand mouth. I love the sand mouth trick. He's beautiful.
The sand wall trick is beautiful.
The sand wall trick.
So, Osric passes a law that means people have to dress according to their station with colored tunics.
Yeah. He cares for this dragon for quite a while, apparently.
Yeah, because he and the monk dude are trying to look after the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
The abbot dies.
His sword gets cut in half by Malfoy.
Yeah, because he's wearing a sword, so Malfoy challenges him and beats him to a pulp.
That was the shortest I think I've ever... No, that's like the most consistent, like, oh, I found a sword. Hey, I found another sword. Hey, I found another sword. In a movie I've seen in, oh god, in forever. Like, just recycling swords. Well, like, not even, just like, oh, hey, there's this sword. Breaks. Oh, well, might as well go to the dollar store and pick up another sword.
It's like he's playing Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 hits of the sword and it's done? Okay, next weapon.
Early game Dark Souls just, oh, hey, do I like this weapon? Bam, it broke. Okay, maybe I guess I'll use this one then.
The dragon shows up at some point?
Mm.
Oh, he's caught not wearing his tunic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then we're introduced to the wandering Chinese people.
That's 10 lashings.
We're caught by the wandering Chinese people.
Yeah, the Chinese people he saw in the dungeons.
Yeah.
And one of them is just like old Genfu.
He's the guy he's the keeper of Gizmo. he has Mogwai in that card of his, I guarantee you.
His name's Master Quan.
Is it?
Yeah, Master Quan, I think.
Okay.
That's what I got, at least. I'm calling him Genfu and Master Quan.
Okay.
But, yeah, he's followed around by a little Asian girl.
Well, 15, I think. Still, it's
an Asian girl. And she's wearing, like
a Tibetan battle helmet.
Yeah, it looks like
Attila.
It's a
Mongolian helmet.
It's a Mongolian's helm. Like with the little ponytail.
Yeah.
Like kind of flowing in the back. And she's wrapped like
she's like in a padded gi.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a martial art gi more than anything.
Yeah. But she's wrapped up so tightly, apparently, that Reese does not understand that she is feminine.
Even though she's very clearly a woman.
Yes. This is obvious by the little, like, grunts that she'll, like,
in the fight scene.
She'll, like, make
They want to test the dragon at the monastery, but they won't let them, and that's all they do until they get waylaid. Well, they go to visit Osric, and he tells them to get the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't get the fuck out, so they're waylaid by guards, and then they kick all the guards' asses with their mystical Asian kung fu.
Yeah, to protect Reese.
And then Reese flies around on the dragon.
Because Reese can't fight for himself worth of shit.
And because he has a dragon, he's made sort of a knight by Osric.
Mm-hmm.
This movie jumps around a lot. It's hard to follow and very boring.
It's God. If I was a kid watching this, I'd be like slightly more interested, but being a grown-up watching this and understanding all of the stupidities that are going on and being able to see through like 100% basically of all of this bullshit, I'm not very drawn in. I'm not very captivated by this facade. This very thin veiled like excuse for a fantasy movie.
But beneath that fair facade, I'm afraid it's rather odd.
Mm-hmm. I need some muffin. I bought a chocolate chip muffin.
And you've been leaving it on my... I think it might have gone bad. It's been on my table in the sun for hours.
Are you kidding me? It's still fine.
Granted, it's been in the Metro Dep for even longer.
Yeah.
So...
Mm-hmm. But you know the Dep's got some good muffins.
Yeah.
They got that double chocolate.
It's just once in a while you'll eat the muffin and then die.
Mm-hmm.
The muffin of death.
Even if I'm sick for 3 days after this is an excuse for me not to do an episode for a while.
There's no excuse, Gio.
But I'm getting choice next time. I'm getting picked next round.
Yeah, I'm afraid.
That's gonna be my retribution. That's my Date bio.
As we bop along, we run into we get him being trained. Mm-hmm. We get Drake being trained in his dragon powers.
Yeah. He
tries to breathe fire, but ends up farting. Mm-hmm. And this is funny, apparently.
Oh God, the childish fucking comedy. Like, for the sake of comic relief from, like... Because there's no comic relief, really, in the movie. There's no character. There's no, what's, the Wayans brothers? Mm. There's no, Damian Wayne... which one of them was in, the Dungeons & Dragons movie?
Dalen...
Yeah, I think it was Dalen Wayne.
Yeah. But, so you said Damian Wayne. I was like, no.
Yeah.
The worst Robin isn't in this movie.
Yeah, but like I'm dropping the name, but like, oh man, that there's no Wayne's brother in this. There's nobody to point the finger and be like, ha ha, he's supposed to be the comic relief.
No, we got the monk for that.
But he's not supposed to be the funny
Yes, he's clearly meant to be comic relief.
Schadenfreude.
Well, yeah. When they're training the dragon to breathe ice, he spits a glob of spit. And hits the...
Oh God, this movie... Oh, fuck me.
The only likable character in this movie is predictably the bad guy. Because at least he's having fun. And he doesn't have... I think he seems like the best actor because, aside from he's British, he's the one who has the fewest scenes where he has to interact with the dragon, who's clearly not there.
He's okay, you know what? He's a fine bad guy because he's actually
he's intimidating looking. Yeah. He's an evil man in evil clothes.
Whereas most other things, it's like okay, it's very it's like hidden beneath the surface. That the villain, you know.
He's like, no, I'm obviously evil. Just everyone's too stupid to realize it. Up to and including our protagonist.
Nobody's smart enough to see through this guy. The whole movie is just like, oh, okay, he's giving me a helm and he wants me to be, you know, he wants me to be a soldier for the guard. Yay. Cool. You know, I'm a protector of the realm. Badass. You know, he's telling everybody what to do. Meanwhile, the king's fucking playing bagpipes and like trying to juggle apples because he's stupefied. Rah! It's nonsense. It's fucking sheer stupidity for the sake of stupidity.
The monk gets
and the monk is cast as the guy that gets the shit is just at the bottom of the just rolling down the hill.
Everything gets to him
into his mouth, and he's just got to sit there wide jawed.
He gets mistaken for the old Chinese man somehow and captured.
What the fuck?
And the guy who made this fuck up is promptly stabbed in the chest by Osric. Like, you're a fucking idiot. Die.
The bad guy's the only competent character.
It's like, I'm surrounded by goddamn idiots!
Fucking... Oh, bullshit. Just bullshit. Where the fuck are we at now? Yeah, he gets stabbed.
But first, there's martial arts fighting.
Yeah.
Because
he stupefies the monk.
Night.
Yeah, it's true. After he stabs the guy that fucked up, he looks at the monk and he's like, the monk is like, oh no, I won't tell a soul. And he's like, oh yeah, sure you won't. Drink this fucking bullshit. And he stupefies him. He poisons him too. With the same shit that he's doing to the king.
The Chinese people...
At this point, it's like, okay, how much longer is it until he gets found out?
The Chinese people are testing Drake.
Mm-hmm.
Like, here, touch this amulet and learn all the dragon powers now. Trust me. And if he does touch the amulet, they're going to shoot him in the heart with a poison crossbow bolt and kill him instantly.
That comes before the stab.
Yeah. But this is important.
Mm.
And he passes the test.
Kind soul.
We find out that the Emperor of China... Well, a dragon called Griffin, which pisses me off because it's like a cat called Dog.
But Merrick, Drake is nice for what?
What?
Yeah, what?
I don't understand you.
But, he turns his back on the Chinese people and he's like, no thanks.
And then they're training him.
The Asian girl pulls the bolt out of the crossbow.
They get arrested.
Mm-hmm. It's so easy to kill the dragons.
They fight their way off with magical stuff.
Yeah, why is it so easy to kill the dragons in this universe?
Shot to the heart.
And you're to blame? Okay.
The Chinese people had slaughtered all the dragons, so
Osric's to blame. Yeah. Shot to the heart, and Osric's to blame.
So Osric, we keep hearing more about the stupid comet prophecy. Locks the two Chinese people in jail.
It was
tells Reese to Joff. His name's Jeff. Joff?
My name's Jeff.
Let's just call him Jeff.
My name's Jeff.
He tells Jeff to come with him to fight the Tetragoths. And they fight. Osric gets stabbed, but apparently the whole thing's a setup because, like, no, Drake, give me half your heart. But by the way, dragons can.
But Drake gives you all of his heart.
But Drake,
Drake always gives all of his heart, Merrick.
But Drake can take. But the dragons can take out like half their heart and heal someone with it.
Yeah, Drake can
apparently.
Too. Drake has taken parts of his heart.
Shut up.
He's healed his parts.
And Osric wants the heart, but Drake's like, no, you're evil. And so Jeff escapes on the back of the dragon, and the Chinese people escape from the cave, escape from prison. Find out they cure the king with a potion. Osric finds out that the heart of the dragon called Griffin is in the chest thing. Mm-hmm. So he puts it in his own chest and becomes a dragon. And then he fights Drake.
Rock the dragon.
And then Drake breathes ice at him and he explodes.
And are you going to say Drake breathes ISIS at him?
Why would I say that?
I don't know.
And then apparently at some point Jeff was stabbed.
Drake says, I am upset.
So Drake puts half his heart in Jeff, and then Jeff is okay.
You mean
and then they sail off into his name is Jeff. And they sail off into the sunset, and leaving room for a sequel, which sadly gets made. We did not cover we covered the plot.
No, but I'm backtracking now.
Yeah, read your notes.
This is the way I interpret this story, okay?
Oh, good.
So, when...
oh, good for you!
Oh, good for you, and how was it? The karate fight scenes were good. I liked that, actually. Watching Leanne... I got Lan. Yeah. Watching her fight was actually really cool. It was probably the better parts of this movie.
That's not saying much.
Yeah, but, it's saying something, at least. That's what I can say for her acting. Her acting was good, too. Actually, her character was probably the best. I liked her a lot more than I turned out to like Reese. And
it was just a whiny bitch for the whole movie.
This is a DM and a player character. And the player character is like,
oh, you're a quest giver? And the DM's like, why, yes, I'm a quest giver.
Okay.
Yeah, do this thing.
In terms of
and
D&D,
he just turns out to be evil the entire
in terms of
shit-eating grin.
In D&D terms,
mm-hmm.
Who is a bigger fuck-up? Jeff or Gawain?
Well...
Who wins the dumbass of the season
award? Gwain's doing the right thing, but he's doing it the wrong way. Whereas Reese is doing the wrong thing, but he's doing it the right way.
What about Jeff versus Aitor?
Jeff versus Aitor.
See, remembering how Aitor's goal is to fuck his sister?
Reese wins. I like Reese a lot more than I liked Aitor. Aitor was just a bumblefuck of a movie. This at least was
sudden wrist crossbow!
Yep. This was a decent 2000s like fantasy comedy, I'm sure.
Watch the original and then talk to me again about this being decent.
But it was like competent, you know? It could have been something.
Except I think the worst moment in the movie is when Drake is in the haystack.
Really? When he's hiding in the haystack?
Well, when you see his face in the haystack.
Oh, yeah.
And how awkward that was.
And he looks like he's just got spaghetti dripping from the top of his head. That was loud.
That was the worst special effect in the film.
Oh, I loved when the monk just got the glob of what the fuck spat onto his fucking dumbass head.
Yeah.
That probably stopped the flow of god juice from his brain quite a bit.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, I had to explain to Gio what tonsures were.
No, I've heard this before, but part of me just didn't want to, like...
accept it?
Yeah, it's just, like, it's one of those things that's like, yeah, haha. But then you hear it more and more, and then you're just like, really? Oh, okay, they're just funnels for God. Just pour all that God juice into
I'm not black emoji.
Okay. There's so much other just dumb stuff, like the big dumb fight scene.
Can you name something in this movie that isn't dumb?
The way that Osric looked, actually. The way that Osric looked, that dragon was cool.
Yeah, Griffin was cool.
Yeah, Griffin. There we go.
Stupid
Griffin.
fucking name. So we have a...
That's why there's all the Behelit jokes and...
So this is one thing that pissed me off in the movie. So we have a dragon, one dragon named Drake, which is not a dragon, and then another dragon named Griffin, which is also not a dragon. It pissed me off.
But Drake, isn't Drake like supposed to be dragon in like another, like a Draco?
It's a different type of. It's a wingless. It's different. It's a sub-breed of dragon, just like a wyvern isn't a dragon.
Oh yeah, okay, I see. But still, it's closer than fucking Griffin. Jesus Christ. That. Give me a hockey stick. I'm gonna beat some sense into some fucking fantasy lovers' brains.
Spooky.
So-called fantasy lovers' brains. The stupefied juice was dumb.
Yep.
Like, just being able to, like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, he would know how to make that shit because dragons are fucking cowardly dickheads.
Well, at one point he was in China.
Yeah, and he probably gotten most of the shit
also,
over there.
a dragon called Griffin
which is why Leanne said, you probably saw, like, one of my ancestors when you were picking that bullshit to poison your king.
The dragon called Griffin and Osric.
Yeah.
Was actually, he was cursed to be in the form he hated most, that of a human. I don't know why the Chinese people cursed him to be a white dude, but...
Because it's cultural appropriation.
Why did they just kill him? You don't do the ancient stupid curses. Just like, this is the thing also with the mummy.
Oh, come on. Okay. If you want to get really, lame with it, the fucking dragon sex was probably the dumbest thing that they could have written into this. It's like, oh yeah, they can just res people by cutting out parts of their fucking heart and then just giving it to humans.
That was in the first movie, too.
I think that's dumb. That's probably, it's convenient bullshit.
Well, it actually was inconvenient bullshit in the first movie, but the thing is, like, with curses that I just want to say, it's not about Dragonheart, it's about the mummy.
Uh-huh.
I like the mummy movies, but putting the Hum die on Imhotep was a stupid fucking plan. It'll hurt a lot. And if he ever comes back, which is something that can totally happen because we're ancient Egypt, if he ever comes back, he'll have godlike superpowers.
But no one expected apocalypse.
No, they should have.
They thought he was gone.
Also, the Magi are terrible at their fucking job because Imhotep gets resurrected twice.
Yeah, the Magi just ride around and paint their faces. That's what they did for 100 years. But yeah.
The thing is, in the first movie, it starts with
the one question I have.
The prince is killed is wounded in battle. So they go to Sean Connery to ask him if he'll heal him. And I was like, I don't know. I don't trust this kid. His father's a dick. Like just have it. And Bones like I'll raise him to act properly. It's gonna be fine. Just give him your heart. It's like okay, and takes part of his heart, puts it in him, and then Then the prince is revealed to be an evil dick, and then Bowen blames the dragon Sean Connery for that, and begins genociding dragons.
Yeah,
and the thing is with the heart connect. Why it's actually inconvenient in that. Is he healed Einon, but he also created an interesting problem with Einon. Einon now can't die until Draco is killed.
Okay, I see. That's much more competent than the
story.
So
that's the thing. That's the thing.
He's just literally
Reese is now indestructible.
Yeah, we will never see him die ever again. So,
question: is the actor actually dead?
I don't think so.
Good, because that would have been
going.
Okay. Because that
sure
could have been very awkward.
I'm gonna look that right now, actually.
Yeah, because you don't want to see him like insensitive dicks.
But the main question I have though is, what the fuck
will not be answered.
What the fuck happened to Shenron? Did the Chinese kill Shenron?
I don't think there is a Shenron. I don't think.
But they killed all of the dragons.
I don't think the people who watched. I don't think the people who wrote this knew what Shenron was. I think they just said, oh, look.
Christopher Masterson is still alive.
Good. I think they just saw him and said, oh, look, Chinese dragon imagery, and let's slap this on the guy's robe because he's Chinese. I think that's pretty much how it happened.
I would like to think that they killed him and all of the Dragon Balls just evaporated and then this was the former Dragon Ball universe. This is like the apocalypse of the Dragon Ball universe.
Dragon Ball Z.
Wait, does that mean that Osric is Frieza?
And that means Reese is Goku.
No.
I would watch a Dragon Ball movie with Chris Masterson as Goku.
Remember the last time they tried a Dragon Ball movie, Gio?
Yeah, I do.
And then Piccolo was in the blankets being fed soup?
Yup!
Oh, we didn't stay for the end credit scene of this movie.
Oh, what is it?
Drake is in the blankets being fed soup.
No, you mean Griffin.
Griffin
is doing the sheets and he turns over and it's just his big dumb blue-eyed dragon head.
Blue Eyes Red Dragon.
It's Blue Eyes Red Dragon. And and then that no, it's the guard that got shit smeared all over his face.
Yeah, the knight
turned him around. And it's just him being fed soup with shit just dripping off his face.
You know what the best thing about the sequel to this is?
What?
I haven't seen it, but it has fuck all to do with this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the first one and I'm probably gonna have a good time watching that. Probably better than I did watching this.
Well, I'm just gonna tell you now, part of the of Dragonheart is Bowen's a dragon slayer and that's how he makes his money, and Draco doesn't want to die. So they come to an agreement.
Okay.
Draco will pretend to be many dragons, and Bowen will pretend to kill him. So he can make... So it's basically a knight and a dragon running a huge con.
We're getting into fantasy crime world.
Yes.
And you know what?
It's Ocean's 11 in Dragon.
I feel like that's the entire point of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Is seeing how far fantasy can just propel crime.
Yeah.
It's like what more can magic do to assist your criminal enterprise?
Wasn't there like one of the D&D, like I think Book of Erotic Fantasy, that talked about an epidemic of mage hand being used for sexual assault?
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, with the way that book is fucking written, like, God, it talks about literally, like, so much.
Semen golems,
the codpiece of comeliness.
Yep.
Fucking
rod of lordly might.
Every fucking thing you can possibly imagine doing to another human being sexually.
The Codex of Ultimate Wisdom.
Anything you can do with a monster, even. Like a creature. Anything you can do physically with another being is in the book of erotic fantasy.
And that's why you be a bard. So what other thoughts do you have on this movie?
In my thoughts...
Wait, what is Sword of Globorf?
What?
Oh,
no, that's...
Jeff?
Gets a sword. Gets a sword. Glob of what the fuck.
Okay.
I'm glad you pointed that out, though. Because that shit looks like something out of the book of erotic fantasy.
Fart explosion.
Yep. And that's why I give this movie a big fiery dragon fart out of a glob of what the fuck.
We're rating it already? You know more you want to say?
What more can I?
I don't know. Very little happens in this movie. It's just fart jokes.
I mean, I can go on about dragon sex and how I want to see what one of those big ass fucking bad dragon dildos would look like in actual reality. Because I want to just be shocked and amazed.
Oh, you just killed part of my childhood because I realized something. The internet being what it is, there definitely exists porn of dragon tails.
Oh, definitely.
Do you remember that weird ass show with the Mexican dragons?
Oh yeah, definitely.
It was fucking weird.
It was a precursor to Dora the Explorer, and it had a boy and a girl.
Yeah.
And it has one of my favorite things, which is the two little troll fuckers going me first, and they just keep going at one after the other and just fucking pushing each other going down a slide. It's the fucking dumbest bullshit in the world.
I'm gonna give this movie a secret dragon.
A secret dragon?
Lord Osric, dragon in disguise.
I would actually watch this if this was a Saturday morning cartoon.
One of the best effects in this movie was actually Osric's mid-transformation bit.
Yeah.
Where he takes off the wig and he has horns and the dragon claws sprout from his gloves and he has the... I like transformation sequences in movies. Mm-hmm. Like any werewolf shit.
He got 0. Osric got 0.
0?
Well, he got a very small transition.
Well, he had wings.
Yeah.
He was briefly a gargoyle.
Yeah, but aside from that, you don't really see him
This movie could have benefited from the gargoyle from Tales of the Dark Side being in it.
I wanna compare the Great American Challenge to a fucking gigantic dragon cracker griffin dildo.
Why? But why though?
Because.
That's not an answer.
But why?
But why?
But why, Merrick?
Anyway, I think we've rambled on enough.
Ask Drake why.
Next time I'm opening up my... I'm giving Gio the chance to get retribution for making him watch this terrible movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him with my shield. But this movie was nice for what, though?
Was it nice?
No.
Exactly.
This movie made Drake cry.
So?
Everything makes Drake cry, I know.
Is that... Look, I know nothing about fucking hip-hop. Why are you making these references at me? You're speaking nonsense.
When I'm talking
I feel like
something...
Captain America in the Avengers movie.
Because I just know certain things and I want to just kind of trickle you with random information about these things you don't know.
I'm not interested in that.
This is half the fun of getting to know you, though. It's just being able to trickle stuff on you.
That sounds gross.
Like dragon spit.
This
movie was...
Yes, it was.
Why'd you show me this? Tell me that right now. Why did you show me this?
Because it's been on the wheel since the beginning and he had to get it out of the way.
Oh, but this is a new beginning, Merrick. You realize that, right? Yeah. Now it's my time. Yeah. Now it's time for the dragons. Now it's time for Drago to fight for Dario.
I have a sinking suspicion of what we're watching next week. Ciao, guys!
Bye, guys!